SoFi investors, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason. I had to rock the shades today because, oh boy, that SoFi sun is extra bright. We have been absolutely crushing it. Another day, another green day for SoFi today. Up over $21 per share. Absolutely incredible, guys. Over the last week, up huge, 14% over the last month. Killing it, up 42% over the last 3 months, up over 100%. That's what we love here on the channel, guys. We built our brand around SoFi stock, and we are absolutely crushing it. In this little baby Robinhood account, I earn around 300 shares, but in my big dog account, it's coming in right around 5,000 shares, guys. In today's episode, I want to go over an interview that SoFi CEO Anthony Noto just did. He's talking about all kinds of different stuff. Private markets, student loan opportunities. He's on CNBC talking about the company, and we are on the front of getting back into crypto. There's going to be some refinancing of these loans with these ridiculously high interest rates, guys. I'm sorry for the crazy vibration sounds. They're building an apartment complex right next to me. It is what it is, right? But I want to talk about refinancing too a little bit in today's episode, because as interest rates go down, the Fed is expected to do 2 rate cuts by the end of the year. I'm expecting between 4 and 8 rate cuts in 2026, right? So once they get below 6%, people are going to start refinancing, and SoFi is going to be a huge beneficiary in that. Let's watch this interview together and then talk about it.
CEOs and business moguls gathering in Sun Valley for a business summer camp of sorts. Julia Borston is there and joins us with a special guest. Julia.
Good morning to you. And that's right. I'm joined now by CEO of SoFi, Anthony Noto. Anthony, thanks so much for joining us here today in Sun Valley. Your stock has been absolutely on a tear and got a pop from the news that you're expanding to private markets investing. Stock was up 7% on this. How big of an opportunity is this for SoFi?
We think it's a large opportunity. It's part of our overall strategy to be a one-stop shop for all your financial services needs. Investing is one of those areas, and we're giving access to Main Street investors to products they would not otherwise get in prior history. So we started with single stocks, launched fractional shares, added ETFs, robo accounts. We then started doing IPOs. We were the exclusive retail provider of the Rivian IPO, as an example. And then about a year ago, we launched alternative assets, including private equity, private credit, private real estate, and then even an opportunity to invest in some private companies, specifically through SPVs like Anthropic as well as SpaceX. And this is an evolution of now being able to invest in private companies through funds. And you can invest with as little as $10. The minimums are all different, but on one of them it's $10, one is about $500, and one is about $2,500. What's seen as another potential tailwind for SoFi is the idea that the new Trump bill could cap federal borrowing for college and grad school, which could drive more business to SoFi. What are you expecting in terms of growth because of that? There will be a large opportunity for us to continue to leverage student loans, and the new bill will provide a bigger opportunity for us. But it's a much smaller piece of our business now. More than 50% of our business is from non-lending revenue streams. We've really kind of de-risked the balance sheet and tried to become more capital light. We've had 13 consecutive quarters of greater than the rule of 40, which is your revenue growth plus your EBITDA margin. And someone pointed that out to me. And our guidance for the second quarter will actually be the 14th consecutive quarter if we achieve it. And we have great momentum in the business. So while we're excited about the student loan opportunity, it's small relative to everything else that we're doing. That's driving the growth of our business and the rule of 40 success.
You do have a lot of customers, though, in this younger demographic, and this younger demographic is being impacted by a couple of factors. We've seen unemployment for recent college grads higher than the overall unemployment rate, and we're also seeing a lot of concern about AI taking jobs, not just now, but increasingly in the future. How are you seeing this this demographic react to those issues, and how is it impacting your business?
We do go after a younger demographic. We're going after people that have been successful, they're overachievers, but they're not well served by the financial markets. And we want to be there for every one of their major decisions in their financial life, like paying for college or buying a home and all the days in between. And our business is very strong. We came into the year with great momentum. In Q1, we had over 30% revenue growth. It was an acceleration. We've been able to maintain more than 30% member and product growth, and we don't see that slowing down. So we're seeing real strength across the consumer and spending, improving credit, and the desire to do more with us.
When you look at the evolution of this younger consumer, the new CNBC Generation Lab poll shows that young people are so worried about AI taking their jobs. How do you expect that consumer to change in terms of the services that they get from SoFi?
What I'd say is every innovation drives more opportunities. Yes, some of the opportunity is closed, but it'll create new opportunities. And I believe our country, with the strongest economy, the strongest level of innovation, the strongest military, the strongest currency, will continue to drive opportunities for American people. And the innovation will just cause those opportunities to change. You can't really predict what they will become, but without a doubt, if you look at every cycle in history, when you've had these big super cycles from technology, it's created more opportunities, not less. And I think that will be the case here.
And you're really deploying AI across your suite of products.
We're using it in every area. So customer service, automating dispute resolutions, filing suspicious activity reports, but also personalization. We're testing a product right now called Cash App, or Cash Coach, which allows you to look at your cash across all your different partners, and we can help you optimize what to do with that cash. First of all, we'll show you how much cash you actually have and how little you're earning on it and ways to actually optimize it, drive a better return. Our goal is to help you spend less than you make and invest the rest. And that's what you need to reach your American dream.
All right, all my SoFi investors, I hope you enjoyed that interview from SoFi CEO Anthony Noto there on CNBC. Talked about a lot of great stuff, guys. But first, before we get into this video, do me a huge favor, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It's a great free way to support the channel, and it does help us get into YouTube's algorithm. First, we're going to touch on this private market investing, right? IPOs, ETFs, alternative investments, robo accounts, and then he touched on the private markets, private equity, private real estate, private credit, and you can invest in companies like SpaceX. Before, getting into these private markets would cost you tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? Now, Anthony Noto is looking out for these smaller investors like me and some other people who might not want to dish out $100K to invest in SpaceX. He said from as low as 10 to around 2,500 to get access to some of these private companies, which is absolutely incredible, right? Just a great way to diversify your overall portfolio. Next, he touched on Donald Trump's new spending bill, which is going to cap federal borrowing for students. So that's going to send students out to other companies like SoFi to get the remaining of their student loans. Great for SoFi. Noto did touch on saying that's not a huge part of their business now, but any time you can kind of get extra revenue and profits from a part of your business is a good thing moving forward. And I think SoFi is going to be a huge beneficiary of this. And in the future, as interest rates go down, I think SoFi is going to be a big beneficiary of the refinance market as well. Next, he touched on the revenue growth and EBITDA margin expansion going on the 14th straight quarter coming up. That's great. That just shows this tremendous trajectory that SoFi is on right now, guys. I saw it years ago. I knew we would get here sooner rather than later, but I'm really excited. We are getting ahead of ourselves just a little bit, especially from a price to sales ratio and PE ratio perspective. Right. So take that into consideration. If we sold off after earnings, I would not be surprised at all whatsoever. But getting back into crypto and things like that has definitely boosted the stock up, in my opinion. Once again, guys, I'm so sorry about the sawing you're hearing in the background. Next door, they're building this gigantic apartment complex here in LA, and I got to deal with it, guys. I got to deal with it. He also touched on the AI integration across the entire platform, which I think is only going to benefit its members going forward. That's great. And then the 30% member and product growth year over year. He sees a great runway for that to continue into the future, and that is huge if we want to get these multiples in this stock to 2, 3, 4, 5x down the road. And then finally, he talked about AI a little more and this Cash Coach app. It's pretty much cash optimization with an AI integration where it's going to go over all your bank accounts. Say you got a Bank of America and SoFi or a Chase account, you got a couple of different business accounts. It could go over all the cash you have and see like, how's this cash making you money, right? If you have a Bank of America account in your savings account, you get like 0.00001%. So you're not making any money in that account at all whatsoever. So for me, in my SoFi account, I put all my extra cash in there. With SoFi Plus, you get 3.8%. You can either get that through direct deposit or it's like $5 a month, but it's totally worth it. If you have a few thousands of dollars in this account, you're going to make that $5 a month easily. And you get paid every month, which I absolutely love. And that helps that snowball effect, guys. So I think everything he touched on, is going to really benefit this company moving forward. I'm really excited about the next earning report that will be coming out in the next few weeks. I'll be here to cover it for you guys. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you again so much. Peace.